Okay, so let's get started with our discussion and continue further with data frames and Python. So we have covered a lot of data frames already. We'll try to finish off in today's discussion, and post that I will give you uh, uh, by maybe evening today exercises to work on NumPy and Pandas. Okay, so let's get started. So last time we looked at group by, and we had tried out couple of examples, right? Okay, so next operation which we are going to look at is how we perform concatenation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to ping this uh, uh, code for creating data frames. You can take it from your mail or WhatsApp. I'll just ping it to you, and then I'll perform the concat operation and show to you how it works. Okay, so let me first ping this, and we will display only the record, or let me for the time being comment this one and comment this one as well. So let's first look at how we have the three data frames and how are we going to perform concat operation on this data frame. So I'm creating df1, df2, df3. I'm right clicking and running this program. So let us see the output. Okay, so I have three data frames with 0 to 3 rows here, right? With column A, B, C, D, here 4, 5, 6, 7, A, B, C, D, and A, B, C, D 9, it's 9, 8, 9, 10, and 11, right? So here I have defined columns as A, B, C, D, and index I have also defined while creating data frame. Okay, so please first of all create a file which contains this information, and then we will try to perform the concatenation operation. So I'm mailing this code to you. Okay, so I'm assuming that you have been able to display the three data frames as you can see here in my case also. Okay, now there is a very simple method if you want to perform concatenation of these data frames. So this is how we are going to do it. Is I'll say df data frame underscore concat concat equal to, I'll say pd dot concat concat, right? So that's a method available as you can see, and I can specify a list here, right? So I can say df1 comma df2 comma df3 for example. So I want to concatenate the three data frames. So let's try to run this program and see what is the output going to be. So if I right click and run it, you will see that okay, I did not print it. Let me also print it. So I'll say print of df underscore concat. Okay, let's see what is the output that I am going to get this time. If I run it, right click, run the program, and okay, so this is the output I'm getting, right? So the column is A, B, C, D in all the cases, right? A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D. So since we have the same columns, the data is got concatenated uh, in our row after row, right? So I have 0 to like I had here 0 to 3, then 4 to 7, then 8 to 11. So all of that has got concatenated, and I have this new data frame with me. Okay, so please try out this piece of code. Okay, so let's try some variations around existing concatenation functionality, right? Now what I'm doing here is I have created a data. So first of all, let me comment this piece of code and just create simple data frame and see how it works. Okay, so I have okay, let's first run this one and see what is the output I'm getting. Okay, now if you will see here again, I have the same three data frames A, B, C, D with A, B, C, D being columns, and 0 to 3, 4 to 7, and 8 to 11, right? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to, and this is something which I have already shown to you, right? So by default the axis is 0 axis means row wise concatenation has happened, right? So this I have already shown to you, but anyway, let's have a look at it again. So this is the output we already saw. Now there is an even option available for me to say when I'm doing concat, I'm going to concat it with axis equal to 1. Okay, so how will it concat? It will concat with the help of or with columns, right? So how will it look like? Let's run in the program and see if I'm doing this concat. So right click, run. So you will see that now it has concatenated ABCD, 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 right? So for the first entry there was, so for the first, so just let me explain it here with one note maybe. So if I go here and let me go to draw, let me remove all this for now. Okay, so if I put it here, as you will see, that this one, uh, this one here, this one corresponds to one data frame. Okay, now since we are doing concatenation column wise, so corresponding to this there were no rows, so all of them is nan. So let me, all of them is nan, right? And similarly for the columns there was nothing, so nan is there. Similarly the second one is this one and the third one is this one. This is how we end up getting the result if I'm specifying axis as equal to 1, right? So I'm sharing this code with you, please try it out. Okay, so let's continue further. So we'll look at some more variations around the concatenation. So let me close all this first. Okay, now what I'm doing is I'm creating a data frame 1 and data frame 2, right? This time there is a difference, that there is a column A, B, C, D, and it is A1, B, C and D1, right? So the two data frames do not have exactly matching columns, right? So in that case, if I merge df1 and df2, let's see what is the output that we are going to get. So if I run this program, I had this ABCD and then A1, B, C, D1. So it will merge in such a way that for A you will get the values for A1, uh, uh, since this first one did not have A1, so corresponding to that you get NaN, right? So basically you will see the number of columns is additionally A1 and D1, which comes from a different data frame. So total of them becomes 4 and 2, 6 column, and a number of rows are going to be 8, right? So as you will see, since this first data frame did not have any value for A1 and D1, it is showing as NaN, right? So this is how both the data frames have got concatenated on the basis of axis equal to 0, which is a row, right? So I'm mailing this code to you, please try it out. Okay, so if you will see this one, let me take this one. Okay, first, so I have this record, and this is one of the records I have, right? So let me put it here, and the second one is this one, right? So let me put it next to each other. Now uh, by default concatenation happens with axis equal to 0, right? Now this is the output of both of this. So let me also put it together so that you can see it all together. Now how it is going to append, since it is happening with x-axis, so it will be combination of this plus this, right? So both of them are getting both of them are getting appended, right? but as you will see, there are some differences in the columns. So there is a here, there is a no matching A. So after A1 will come, then B, C, D, and maybe D1, right? Now for this A, it will give me value 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, right? 5, 6, 7. So for A, it has values as this value, isn't it? So let me save time and copy and paste it here. Okay, okay. So this is how it has come for A, uh, but there is no A in this particular data frame, right? So it will become NaN, 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 like this it will become, right? Similarly, in this case there is no A1, so NaN, NaN, Na. So here it will be NaN here, 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 but here it will be values, right? So does it make sense now? Okay, great. So that's how it works basically. Okay, now one more variation of this can be that you look at this file. So I have the same record, but this time I have specified axis as 1, right? Axis as 1, so it will get concatenated by column, right? So I hope since I have already explained to you how axis 1 concatenation happens. So let's say you have df1. Let me see if I have. Okay, let me remove one of this so that it is easy to understand. I have the okay. There are only two here. I don't need this one for now. So let me run this program. So if I run it, you will see that I have one record ABCD, ABCD, right? So it is ABCD concatenated uh, column wise, so another ABCD. So this is something which I have already explained. Okay, so this is how basically you can perform concatenation in the case of data frames in Python. Fine. Now next topic which we are going to talk about is merge. Merge. What is merge? You will understand merge. Merge is basically when you merge two things on the basis of some common, something which is common, right? So let's say, let me create. Okay, let's have. I'll delete this for now. Right now, what I'm going to do is, first of all, okay, let me keep at least this much. I'll just perform merge operation. So I have two data frames, one is left and one is right, right? So you can right click here and you can perform, or rather display an output, and you will see here that there are there are columns in each of them, key which is same here, right? There is a key here as well as there is a key here. So in that case, what I can do, I can say df data frame merge equal to pd dot merge, right? Here I can say what all I want to merge: left data frame, left comma right comma on. Here there is an option of giving on also, on equal to, I'm going to specify merge on the key column here, right? So if I run this, right click run, here you will see that okay, not this one, right click. Okay, I did not again print it, I have to print it. So print df underscore merge. If I run this program, let's see. So you will see that it has got merged on the basis of the key, right? Since key were common here, k0, k0, right? So it got merged and put together as ABCD. Fine. So this is how merge operation works in pandas in the case of Python. Okay, so we saw a merge with a single key, right? I could have another example where I specify, let's say this is a data frame. Now I'm not going to type whole thing since we have tried a basic program. So I have an option even to merge with the help of two keys, right? So if I run this program, so initially when you merge, there is a common key generated, key with key 3, k3, k1, k2, k0, so it becomes common. Now I could even as well choose to merge on more than one single key. So if I run this program, let us see, run. Okay, so here the data has got merged with the help of key 1 key 2, right? So here they are match, I mean it matches key 1 key 2 in both the data frames, and that creates a merged data frame for you. Fine, so please try this one out. Okay, so next we'll look at some ops is basically some operations. What it is allowing us to do is that okay, now let me first of all uh, delete all of this. So I'll maybe create a, what is this? Okay, let me create a new copy of this. Okay, now these are some of the very useful operations which you can perform. So I will delete this, I will delete this, I will delete this, and I will delete this, right? So the first thing which I'm trying to display, I have a option to perform print of t of dot head, right? So it will display the head details for me. Similarly, I want to, from the column 2, I want to display unique entries. So I can say print of df, and then this is how you get the call, right? Call 2 is there. For example, this is the call 2. It has these entries, but I just want to get the unique ones, right? So I can say dot of unique, unique, right? Similarly, I want to find out the ones which are not unique. So I can make it n unique, and let's say I want to count the values. So there is a method called value count. So these are some of the operations, some useful operations which you can perform on a data frame, and this is what it makes it really very powerful. So this is my original data frame, and let's see what is the output of all this. So if I run this, so if I run this, I basically, when I say display head, head is nothing but I get the entire data frame as is, right? If I want to, from column 2, this is a column 2, unique will give me all the unique values only, right? So it had 1 2 3 4, 4 was repeated, so it has given me unique values. Now, so n unique means a number of, it's a count of unique values. Basically earlier I said not unique, it's not unique, but it is an n means count or number of unique values. So here you have 3 unique values, right? So it has given me the count of that. And then here I'm saying value count meaning that for each entry in that column, the count of 4 4 is 2, it is 5 5 is 1, and this one is this, right? So these are some of the useful inbuilt methods or operations which you can perform with the help of inbuilt methods which are provided in not in NumPy but in Pandas. Okay, so please try out these programs. So if you will look at the documentation here, the use of the head is that it returns you the uh, first n rows, the number of rows which you specify, right? So if I specify as 1 here, it will just give me the 1 row. That is the use of head method in data frames. Fine. So we will move ahead now. I'll close all of this. Next thing which we are going to try is basically maybe a little some more ops. So let's look at some more ops. There is this file ops3. Okay, here also, as you can see, I'm not going to type all of this. These are simple methods available. You can even refer to documentation, but they are very useful to perform lot of operations. So this is my original data frame. Okay, now this df call 1 is accessing that column. Now a very good feature in data frame is that you can say dot apply of any method name. Okay, so what will happen, each of the entries in this column will be applied by this method, meaning that each entry in this column will be multiplied by 2. Okay, similarly there is a method called len. Remember, len is an inbuilt method. So if I say call 3 of dot apply of len, it will apply len or length method to each of the column, and it will display the length of that particular entry in the column. So let me first run this and show to you what it means. So I have this column as A, B, C, this one, right? 1, 2, 3. Now, if I say times, right? So I am applying call 1 into apply of times. So call 1 is value 1, 2, 3, 4, and times 2 is a method, means it is multiplying it with 2. So you will see the output of coming as 2, 4, 6 and 8, right? So this is how we can apply times method on each entry in the column 1. Similarly, in the case of call 3, which is a string, if I say len, len, it will display me length of each of the string which is in that particular column, right? Now I have an option to say df dot drop access 1. So this column 1 will get dropped. This we have already seen. uh, if I say df dot columns, it will display me all the columns that are available. So if I say df dot columns, it will give me a list of all the columns that are available for me, right? Similarly, index, if I say, so it tells me that it is indexed from 0 to 4 and step is 1, go one by one, right? Then del is you can delete a particular column, and then you can also sort the record. So df dot sort values with a column. So if you will see sort values, the data here is sorted by column number 2, right? Initially it was how it was. Originally it was 4, 5, 6, 7. Now also it is 4, 5, 6, 7 only, but that is a sorted one. Here if I yeah, so this is coming as sorted here. Now is null method is also there. I mean, I hope you people remember that if nan is there, then it will give me a true, else it is going to give me a false value. Okay, so these are some of the methods, convenience method, which are available as a part of this data frames. And as you can see, you can do pretty much a lot of things with the help of these methods. Okay, so please try out this program.